Okay na kayo. So, good morning, everyone. Good day. We are Group 4, and we are here to present about construction management. So, the outline of the topic that we will be discussing today includes construction management and its definition, and the duties and responsibilities of a construction manager. And then next, we have the key functions of construction management, and then the management phases, and construction risk management, including the risk assessment and risk response, and questions that construction management asks. Okay, so first is what is construction management? So, according to Club Management Association of America, construction management is a service that implements specialized project management methods to manage the design, construction, and the planning of a project from its start to its end. So, in this definition, we can see na they defined construction management in a way that it uses yung different methods that handles a project from the beginning up to its end na nag-i-include ng how they manage the design during the course of construction and of course the planning of the project overall. So another definition of construction management is from Construction Management Association of America. So they define construction management as a professional management practice consisting of an array of services applied to construction projects and programs through planning, design, construction phases for the purpose of achieving project objectives including the management of quality, cost, time, and scope. So in here we can see the similarities, some similarities from the previous definition. So in here, so dito naman ang naiba is it includes um, yung quality, costing, time, and scope na nung mismong construction project. So they included that in their definition. So same sa kanina na it's also a method, and in here naman array of services. So yung mga service na ina-offer nila is from the beginning up to the end of a project. So almost the same na din ng definition from the previous one. So next one is from University of Colorado. They define construction management as a project delivery method whereby the clients retain a construction management, provide certain pre-construction expertise including cost estimating, value engineering, and scheduling, and during the construction phase of the project, coordination of all construction activities. So in here, they included yung mga ginagawa before the construction itself. So ito yung mga pre-construction expertise na sinasabi nila. So it includes yung mga cost estimating. So like dun sa previous one, included na din yung costing and all. So from those three definitions, we can say that construction management is a service or practice that is offered to clients that uses project management methods or services, array of services to handle a project from the start to its end. So also including yung before the start of a project. So lahat ng planning involved ay included sa construction management. So next is the construction manager. So ang construction management, it involves a lot of professionals, and but one of the most important key personnel sa isang construction management ay ang construction manager. So this time we'll tackle yung mga duties, skills, personalities, and responsibilities ng isang construction manager. Okay, so this is an infographic from Jhemma that states yung mga um, responsibilities and duties ng isang project manager. So in here they said that either you have it in you or you acquire it by learning and experience. So they have summarized what it takes to be a great construction project manager. So from the various types of construction projects like commercial, agricultural, residential, industrial, institutional, and heavy civil, they have listed 120 responsibilities, but they have said na we can categorize it through six. So, sa anim na yon, it encompasses all those responsibilities na ng isang project manager. So, bakit ba kailangan ng responsibility? Bakit ba kailangan alam ng isang project manager ang kanyang mga responsibilities and duties? So, it is important to ensure na magiging successful yung project from the start to the beginning. So, merong mga areas na kanilang minamanage like planning, execution, monitoring, control, and closure. So, yan. On the responsibility, so yung first category is planning. So, it involves everything that you have. Yan. Etong planning, it involves everything that you have to do before, during, and after ng isang construction. So, in here, you included as in everything na lahat ng kailangan yung iplano, lahat ng kailangan yung iset, lahat ng kailangan i-schedule. Overall, yan, included yan sa planning. Lahat ng mga kailangan yung i-anticipate during the course of construction, dapat kasama na yun sa planning. So, next is budget. So, sa budget, hindi ang project manager ang nagsiset ng budget. It's the client. But, it's the work of or the responsibility of the construction project manager to ensure na yung kung ano man yung isasuggest niya sa kanyang cost assessment and also yung sa budgeting ng project ay mag-fit dun sa preference ng client. But at the same time, still ensuring na yung mga materials na gagamitin is pasok sa standard na kailangan. So yung sa setting the budget, yon according to the client's preference as well, it has to fit. And then also you have to run cost assessment. So in here, you make direct cost assessment, yung mga materials and services na kakailanganin sa construction. And of course, kasama na din dito yung mga risks and liabilities. And yung, on a side note, yung everything that is involved in the project. So, next is time. Ito yung scheduling ng project. So, in here, the time, hindi lang siya basta pag-schedule ng kung ano man mga task yung kailangan i-complete for a certain period. Kailangan din in here, you have yung mga backup plans para in case na may mangyari during the construction na hindi mamimit yung certain task on a certain time, you know what to do, you know what to prioritize next para you can make up for the delay. So important yon para to ensure that you can still finish the project on the expected time. So next is quality. Sa quality, you have to choose the right construction method na pasok dun so kung ano bang type ng construction project yung iyong gagawin. Kasi it's for you to save time and effort and to ensure the quality of your work. Kasi if, for example, you're working on a commercial project and then you are applying yung mga methods for agricultural. So it doesn't match. And at the end of the project, masastake yung, mapuput at stake yung quality ng project kasi you've used the wrong construction method. And of course, yung kasama na din dito yung mga strategies na you have to apply, tactics, in order to make sure that you are creating a really good project at the end of the day. So, yun. Also in here, it's included yung good relationship mo with your client and your workers kasi they will be the one who will be working with you on the project. So if you have good relationship with them, you are harmonious, you are helping one another, you can ensure na yung quality ng project na magagawa nyo is maganda. So next is safety. So in here, it's important also to take care of the safety of everyone who are working with you and your safety as well. So kasama dito yung mga safety protocols na kailangan yung i-follow before, during, and after the construction. So yung mga proper attires, like hard hats, dapat meron suot na ganon, sturdy work shoes, kasi you will be working in construction areas. Yun, like wala ring mga jewelries and all those things. So ayun yung mga included sa safety. Also yung mga insurance, ganun, in case na may mangyari during the construction. And then lastly is contracts. So you have to know very well the contracts involved in a construction management project. So para the importance of knowing the contract is para you know kung meron ka na bang nabibreach or meron ka na bang nalalabag doon sa mismong kontrata nyo na pinag-agrihan nyo. It's important to avoid any misunderstanding, any conflict between you and the client and also with the worker. So it's important also that you negotiate your contract para in case na merong mga hindi pinag-aagrihan, masettle na before pa mag-start yung project. And also, para alam nyo lahat, including the workers, not just you and your client, also the workers, para alam nyo lahat kung ano ba yung kasama sa contract para hindi nyo siya nalalabag during the construction and also after. So, yun. And then next, CPM, skills and personality. So, on the left side of your screen, um, andun yung mga skills and then on the right side are the personalities na dapat meron ang isang construction manager. So, for the skills, we have analytic, mathematical mindset, physics and IT, technical engineering, advanced training, and you also have to understand technical complexity. So, on this four, we can observe that you can learn that during your yung nag-aaral ka pa lang and also during your training. So, it's important that you know that very well kasi ayan yung mga skills na kakailanganin mo during the construction. So, yan, kailangan may alam ka sa mga engineering things. So, yung technicalities during the project. So, next is strategic and tactical approach. Yung katulad ng na-explain ko kanina, you have to have strategies and tactics kasi those are useful during the construction project kasi not everything that is written on your plan may happen during the actual. So, theoretical yung mga nasa plans mo and iba yung actual. So, certain problems may arise. So, you have to have strategies and tactics on how you would handle those problems to ensure na at the end of the day, you will be able to complete the project successfully. So next is written, verbal, and graphic communication. So in here, kailangan meron kang good communication skills because you will be working with a lot of people to complete a project. So if you have good communication skills, you can ensure that you guys are able to understand each other and you are avoiding conflicts and misunderstandings sa communication and to ensure then na efficiently you are working efficiently sa inyong project. So next is knowledge on security procedures and legal matters. So yan, like what I've said a while ago, merong mga unfortunate circumstances that may arise during your project. So it's important na kapag kakailanganin mo ng legal assistance and all those, may alam ka sa mga bagay na yun. So you would know how to act on situations na kailangan niyang mga yan. So, para hindi ka clueless kung ano ba ang iyong gagawin when those unfortunate events happen. So, next, organizational data analysis skills. So, yan, since you will be handling a project, so you have to know how to organize stuff and analyze yung mga bagay na nangyayari para you can act accordingly and efficiently. So, ito, training in high performance and productivity. So, and experience in construction site management. So, since sobrang importante na itong mga to kasi you will be working in a real world. So, if you have no experience sa pag-handle ng mga construction projects and first time mo palang pupunta sa mga site, clueless ka sa mga nangyayari, hindi mo alam kung anong gagawin. So, having experience sa mga construction site environment and of course trainings will help you na to ensure na maganda yung magiging project and of course you won't be doing anything na hindi kaaya-aya during the project. So let's go to the personality. So we have creative since we are in the modern age, maraming mga innovation. So you must also learn how to apply this innovation sa iyong project para naman hindi na pag-iiwanan yung project mo. And then you have to also be aware and insightful. So, aware in a sense na alam mo yung kung anong nangyayari sa paligid during the construction, before, during, and after. So, insightful, you have to give your own opinions regarding things, but also you must know how to listen to your workers and also to other professionals who are working with you in the project. And then problem solvers, since you will be facing problems, you have to anticipate that during the construction. So you must also be a problem solver. You know how to, um, gumawa ng mga solutions for your problems to ensure na successful ang inyong project. So, motivator and leader. So, motivator, you will be working with construction workers and of course other engineers and other professionals. So, you have to know how to motivate them para naman hindi kayo agad ma-burn out during the project na itself. So, also leader hindi yung you are just commanding everyone in the field. So you must also know how to listen and to also get their opinion about things. So you don't know everything, you have to put that in mind. You don't know everything, so you must also listen to other people, and you must not put yourself on the top all the time. So but also you have to set boundaries with you and your colleagues. So and also with the workers sa field kasi it's important that the respect is still there. So, yun. And also cool and collected. So, katulad nga ng sinabi kanina, you will be facing problems. So, it's important that you stay calm during those situations para makapag-isip ka ng mas maayos. Yun. And people person, since you will be communicating with a lot, so dapat you know how to engage with people para you can maintain a harmonious relationship with them. So next, exhibits integrity and ethical behavior. So in here, you have your work ethics. So these are the set of things or guides that you can use to know how you should behave during the project. And you have to exhibit integrity para the trust of your client and the people around you will still be there. So, and this will also ensure that your reputation in the field is good, and para on the next time, if they know that you're a person of integrity and honesty, they will give their trust to you the second time around and multiple times pa. So, ayun. So, ayan, copes well with stress. So, construction projects can be very stressful. So, it's important na meron kang coping mechanism to it para you can still survive and do the same thing and make sure that you are happy with the work that you are doing. So, ayun. You have to like challenges. Yan, self-explanatory since there will be a lot of problems during the construction. So, and challenges. So, you have to like it. You have to learn to like it. And ayan, supportive and protector. So you are supportive of your workers and you protect them from any abuse, from any contract. So ayun, dun pumapasok yung importance ng your contract. Yan. So they have also listed 5 great things that construction project managers do. So first is you communicate clearly and effectively. So like what I've said, you listen and ask questions. Yan, you have to also be concise and precise when giving instructions. So, hindi yung you are going around the bush while explaining things to your workers as much as possible. Mas maikli, mas maganda, and para mas, you have to ensure also na naiintindihan nila kung ano ba yung mga sinasabi mo. And then, next, you should know how to delegate tasks. So, yung mga tasks ay ibibigay mo kung sino ba sa mga workers mo yung, that best fit the job to make sure na yung gagawin yung task ay makakomplete efficiently and effectively. So, this is also to avoid any delays on the project. So, ayun. And the next is evaluate progress and deadlines as a routine basis. So, you have to make sure na lahat ng set na task ay magagawa on the set schedule. So, ayun, like what I've said, you have to reprioritize every time something changes. So, kung for example, ang isang task ay hindi natapos on the scheduled time, you have to prioritize that thing para hindi siya maging sagabal on the completion of other tasks. So next is create an environment of teamwork. Ayan. So like what I've said, you have to be a motivator. You have to be supportive of your workers. So ayan, you have to inspire them so that they could be willing to hindi lang to finish the project for the sake of salary and all those things. Willing in a sense na um, they are also aiming for a successful project, a really good project. So ayun. Not just for the sake of completion, of course, an exceptional project. Yun. So also develop problem solving skills since um, you will be facing a lot of problems and challenges during the course of construction. So you have to develop problem solving skills and be open to innovation or changes in the field. So ayun. So next will be ayan, in simple words, construction managers are the one who are responsible for the project to proceed according to the existing plan. So yan, I have explained that a while ago. And eto, the primary mission of construction managers is to manage their project in a way that will ensure its completion in the agreed budget and time. Yan. And also, lastly, they should make sure that the whole project is complying with the sets of building plans, codes, and other regulations. So, ayun. So next, we will be proceeding to the key functions.
Okay, so let's move on to the key functions of construction management. So every construction project has certain objectives that need to be met. It goes without saying that many times these objectives may overlap. So in such cases, the role of construction manager is fundamental. The construction manager is the one who will have to provide clarity in regard to the given objectives and prevent costly disputes that could hinder the progress of the project. So, with this in mind, we could summarize the key construction management functions to the following four. So, first is clearly set the objectives and the scope of the project. So, you have first to determine the scope and the objectives of the project you're working on. Is it a big or a small project? Is it long or short? Something like that. Once you have those questions answered, then you can make the right decision on what resources you'll need and how many of them are necessary to complete the project. Next is improve resource allocation. So when we say resource allocation, it is just a fancy term for a plan that you develop for using the available resources at your disposal in a project. So this is mostly a short-term plan set in place to achieve goals in the future. So the clearer the project scope and objective is, the better you'll be able to figure out how to allocate your resources. Kaya siya yung first sa key functions ng construction management natin kasi siya yung need mo na dapat magawa and ma-determine para maging organized and successful yung outcome ng project na ginagawa niyo. Then next is executing numerous operations. So, conduction of numerous operations through legitimate coordination and management of constructing, planning, estimating, design, and construction during the whole procedure. So, um, as a result of the it is as a result of the effective coordination and monitoring of the entire process. Then next is building strong communications channel. So efficient development of solid communication between you and your agent um, in order is indeed in order to either avoid or resolve project conflicts. Then next is ano to? So let's move on to construction management phases. Um, a construction project typically consists of five basic phases. So first is those are initiation, planning, execution, monitoring, and closure. So first is initiation. So prior to the beginning of a building project, a construction manager should compile a business case that examines the feasibility of the project. So feasibility report is necessary for many projects. Feasibility report is a document that assesses potential solutions to the business problem or opportunity. It determines which of these are capable for working successfully for further analysis. So, if ever man na magkaroon kayo ng conflicts or problems sa project na ginagawa nyo, you have your feasibility report para ma-assess nyo yung mga possible solutions para dun sa mga certain problems na yun. Then, after its submission, the different project sites can determine whether it's a good idea to proceed with their plan. Then, next is if everybody agrees that they should go on with the project, the construction manager puts together a PID or project initiation document which covers the scope of the business as well as business needs. So, PID or project initiation document, it defines the project scope, management, and overall success criteria that the team can go back to during the project. It contains the basic information of the project such as context, scope, team, and collaboration. The project initiation document is the first basic step to ensure your project sets off on the right foot. So next is planning. So this is where all the core guidelines are established. The manager of the project is building a PMP or project management plan, which includes information about several crucial aspects of the project, such as an execution roadmap and cost estimations. So, um, project management plan is a document used to describe every phase of a project. It is a formal, approved document that defines how the project is executed, monitored, and controlled. It may be a summary of a detailed document and may include baselines, subsidiary management plans, and other planning documents. Then there are four different types of documents in the course of planning stage. First is communication plan. So communication plan, a strong and very thorough communication scheme should be built. So the document should cover the different aspects of communication in order to establish a smooth information flow during the execution of the project. Then next is the scope document. So, scope document, it is regarded as one of the most basic documents for every construction project. It includes the comprehensively analyzes um, and the advantages, the needs, and the key elements of the project. Then next is WBS or work breakdown structure. This is a document that represents the scope of the whole project in a straightforward and understandable manner. Then the risk management plan. So it entails all the potential threats for the project. It is a powerful document which can help project managers to plan in advance and handle the project resources in a way that doesn't put the whole elaborated plan in danger. So next is execution. So this is where the execution of the construction project actually begins. So this stage of the process typically consists of two distinct processes. So first is the project execution and the project controlling and monitoring. So the project execution or implementation is the phase in which the plan designed in the prior phases of the project life is put into action. So, dito na sa phase na to ginagawa yung mga pinagplanuhan nung construction manager and nung kliyente niya. Then, the purpose of project execution is to develop the project expected results. Then, next is the project controlling and monitoring. So, it oversees all the tasks and metrics necessary to ensure that the approved and authorized project is within the scope, on time, and on budget so that the project proceeds with minimal risk. So, next is monitoring. So construction managers dedicate most of their time to supervising the project and adjusting its schedule according to the least changes and issues that have emerged. So in that way, a manager can maintain project control. So monitoring, it is an accurate and positive way of checking the quality, accuracy, and progress of a construction project. So next is closure. So this stage represents the completion and delivery of the project. At this point, the construction manager examines whether the project has met its initial objectives and whether the initial budget estimations were successful. In the end, the construction manager compiles a report which represents the final outcome of the project and which can be a valuable resource, a valuable source of knowledge for future bidding projects. So in this phase, you will formally close your project and then report its overall level of success to your sponsor. It involves handing over the deliverables to your customers, passing the documentation to the business, canceling supplier contracts, releasing staff and equipment, and informing stakeholders of the closure of the project. So that's all for the five basic phases of construction management. So yeah, next is the construction risk management to be discussed by Mr. Orquillano.
So yeah, construction management. The risk in construction is naturally risky, but it is technically complex than projects in industries such as software, defense, and engineering. This is because it is simply about using specialists in design and construction to produce a project. This is example nito is a architect is focusing in interior designing and the structural engineering focus in construction of the building. That's why it's magkakaroon ng firm na plano sa pag-develop nito. Next, ano nga ba ang construction management is? Construction management is management. In construction is designed to plan, monitor, and control those measures needed to prevent exposure to risk. To do this, it is necessary to identify the hazard, assess the extent of the risk, provide measures to control the risk, and management any residual risk. From the definition itself is to plan, monitor, and control those measures to mitigate the risk. Next. Next po. Ito naman is makita natin yung process of assessing risk. Kapag assess ng risk, meron tayong tatlong ginagawa. First is identify the hazard, assess the probability and consequence, and prioritize yung mga high risk dan sa mga low risk. And sa upper left is nakikita yung cost, the exposure, and risk. And first is the accident to workers. Example na to is kapag hindi halimbawa sa structure, ay hindi firm yung paggagawa ng mga foundation, is pwede itong maging hazard and possible na maging risk. Through this, pwede itong masira agad and then pwede itong maka-aksidente sa mga workers. Then, sunod is accident sa general public. Example na ito is yan na kapag nasira ang isang foundation sa isang structural, lalo na kapag walang setback na mayroon yung site development, ay pwede itong maapekto sa mga malalapit sa mga public highway. Okay. Sunod is loss of skills and experience. Ito naman is pagkakawala ng iwasan sa sarili. May possible na magkaroon ng mindset na baka mangyari ulit kapag ginawa yun, kapag, kapag nag-take ulit ng risk. Sunod is damage to property, pagkasira ng mga property, and loss of time and production. Sa loss of time and production is hahaba pag nasira yung isang bagay sa loob ng site is big, possible na bibili ulit. At dahil doon is haba yung time ng paggawa ng production. Loss of money and contract. Kaya nga, kapag nasira yung sa gamit is bibili na naman. At dahil doon is liliit yung budget para sa ibang gamit. And then, loss of reputation and future. Ito naman is pagkawala ng client, pagkawala ng tiwala sa iyo ng client. At dahil dito is nakikita ko sa review ng business mo at makaka-apekto sa mga future clients mo. Then, sa right, upper right naman is yung hakbang sa pag-assess ng risk. Then, identify the hazard. To identify who or what might be harmed. To evaluate the risk and arising from the hazard. 4. Determine the control measures required. 5. Evaluate the remaining risk or residual risk. 6. Record the findings of the risk assessment. 8. Make contingency plans for the residual risk. 8. Review and revise. Then, ba ng ito is risk control measure. So, yung nahati sa tatlo. Reduce, retain, and remove. Reduce is eliminate. Eliminate the risk. Substitute naman is substitute yung mga bagay na naapektuhan ng risk. Then, reduce the chance of the risk. Reduce the effect of the risk. Retain. Self-finance. Itiwala sa sarili. And remove is contractual insurance like life insurance, basic insurance. Then, individual risk. Individual risk is yung mga remaining risk. Dapat hindi rin ito pinapababayaan dahil may maaari itong maging high risk katulad ng mga na pwedeng maka-apekto sa loob ng plan, ng site. Then, pag-manage ng risk. Next. Sa risk response naman is tingnan natin ang dalawang bagay, dalawang parte ang risk response. Ang risk. Pwede ito maging opportunity or negative or a threat. Sa green, sa mga green na oval is alin yung mga opportunity. And sa mga blue is yun yung threat. Sa threat is first one is to avoid. The risk is avoided by changing the project in some way to bypass the risk. Second, accept. The risk may be accepted perhaps because it is a low impact or likelihood. Third is contingency. There is a plan to put in the place to respond if the risk is realized. First thing is reduce. Action is taken to reduce either the likelihood of the risk occurring or the impact that it will have. Next is a transfer. Some of or all the risk is transferred to a third party. For example, nito is yung mga insurance po. Next is mga opportunity na pwede rin mga risk na pwede maging opportunity. And first one is the enhance. Action is taken to increase the likelihood of the opportunity occurring or the positive impact it could have. Positive impact. Then exploit is a project will be adjusted to take advantage of a change in technology or a new market. Next one is reject. Here no action is Second, and the chance is to gain from the opportunity to get. Contingency plan may be put in place should the opportunity occur. Next, last one is share. Opportunity is shared with the partner or supplier to maximize the benefits through the use of shared resource, technology, etc. Next po. Next is the certified question that construction manager asks that we'll discuss in Italia.
Construction managers work with the permits, design, engineering, architecture, and to make sure that they give the team exactly what they want. They supervise construction process from the start to beginning. Important elements include the scope processes, time schedule, and communication process. These are the things to consider to help ensure that the project is on foot. There are countless details that should be taken into consideration for a project to run smoothly. Here are the 35 questions that construction managers need to ask in order to keep their projects under control. The first category is about the scope of of the project. The scope of the project outlines what is in and what is out in the project. It includes the work breakdown, which breaks down all the work of the project in more detailed form. It is also used to determine the time that it is going to take to do the construction project. First question is, does the project brief identify the scope of the project and provide all the necessary information in regards to the required project documents? These documents, example of these documents are bid documents, master plan, and job cost reports. Scope of work in construction projects defines what is expected from each party involved in a contract, and this makes it an essential document in project management. The scope of work in construction tells the project manager handling the project where his works begin and where it ends. Second question, has the project brief been reviewed and updated in close collaboration with all the different project agents? The scope also include all information relating to tasks as well as assigned people who would carry them out. Third question is there a complete and detailed list of numerous project works? Have the distinct tasks been been assigned to the project stakeholders in a clear and understandable way? Construction management will discuss the details concerning how the projects will be managed. This will include issuing of payments, legal requirements, and change of management. The fifth question, have you established an effective collect requirements process? Requirements process such as time frames, budget, etc. Schedules includes all tasks including time limits and expected delivery dates. Project milestones as well as when the entire project is expected to be completed. 6. Are project limitations and constraints successfully identified and analyzed? 7. Has detailed and comprehensible standards and quality report been built? A quality plan is a document that specify the quality standards, practices, resources, specifications, and the sequence of activities relevant to the delivery of the project. It includes the service level expectations and the organization for the delivery of quality. 8. Is there an effective project management strategy in place? Risk management in construction is designed to plan, monitor, and control those measures needed to prevent exposure to risk. To do this, it is necessary to identify the hazard assessment, assess the extent of the risk, provide measures to control the risk, and manage any residual risks. For the second category, about the procurement process. In construction management, the definition of procurement is securing all the goods and services needed to bring the construction project to completion in a timely and satisfying manner. Question: what payment model was chosen? Payment models such as lump sum, guaranteed maximum price, and cost, cost plus fee. Is the consultant selection process completed, such as consultants such as engineering consultants, for example? Uh, are all clients' consultant agreements properly executed? Are all the payments to consultants being carefully managed? So, sa construction management, may tinatawag na bidding process, which is one of the important construction procedures and processes in projects. It requires a strong team that assembled from the beginning of the team. In addition to a contractor, large projects require many professionals such as architects, engineers, consultants, designers, landscape architects, etc., as they have mentioned earlier. Organizing and establishing a comprehensive scope of services or work for the contractor and each professional is a critical task best performed by a professional construction manager. Ang construction manager ay ang magmamanage sa project team to bring out their best work to meet the vision and goals of the project, and most importantly, siya yung mag-ensure na yung na properly planned and successful ang project. Have you received all the necessary materials and service requirements by the client and the project stakeholders? Are those requirements included in the project schedule? Are all reports finished, checked, and approved? Yung mga project reports na to, yung example nun is yung feasibility report is na diniscuss kanina ni Miss Abigail. Tapos yung drawings, yung mga sketches. The specification of the project goals and the plans includes drawing of scope. Is the project contract document reviewed and signed? Are the are site visit requirements set by consultants successfully met? Are the contractors properly informed about those requirements? um, In procurement process, there will be a contract for each procured service or product to make sure that everyone is on the same page. Procurement is critical component of management. Construction managers help define and monitor contracts between the owner, service providers, and contractors. Whether managing procurements, architects, and engineers, construction managers are all about building relationships so that owners can build their dream projects. Next category is about the cost of the project. Uh, the budget is the total projected cost to complete a project during a specific period of time, which is with a specific result. So, bakit kailangan gumawa ng project budget? Kailangan ng project budget kasi ang project budget ay tumutulong para matrack ang budgeted cost versus actual cost. Project cost management keeps the project budget under control. It is important because using cost management helps to set the baseline to the budget cost. It is trying to prevent going over budget. So it controls the spending of the project. These questions uh, in the under the cost of the project, uh, ay basically tackled siya sa project cost management. Sa budget planning, may tinatawag na reserve analysis. You need to aside some money for cost overruns. If you know that your project has a risk of something expensive happening, it is better to have some cash available to deal with it. Yung reserve analysis means putting some cash away in case nga na may mangyaring overruns. So basically, yung mga questions na na-mention dyan sa project cost ay uh, sa cost of the project ay tackled siya sa project cost management. Cost management is the process of estimating, budgeting, and controlling costs throughout the project life cycle with the objective of keeping expenditures within the approved budget. When the when project costs begin to escalate, ang yung construction manager should revisit the project plan to determine whether scope, budget, or schedule needs adjusting. So the fourth category is about the time schedule. Scheduling in construction management is the listing of activities, deliverables, and milestones within a project. It is usually includes it usually includes the planned start and finish date, duration, and resources assigned to each activity. Effective project scheduling is a critical component of successful time management. Is the project program established and analyzed in detail by the project team? Is is the progress of the project closely monitored? Are any delays reported on time? So so sa time schedule magagamit magagamit dito yung project scheduling. Yung benefits ng project scheduling ay ah ina-assist nito yung tracking, reporting, and communication progress. Tapos, it ensures it ensures that everyone is on the same page as far as task dependencies and deadlines. It also helps highlight issues and concerns such as lack of resources. It also can be used to monitor progress and identify issues early. For the 27th question, is there a functional alternative plan to keep the project rolling in case the task delays emerge? Construction delays are considered as time lag in completion of activities from its specified time as per contract. It is late or delay of activities to the baseline schedule that affects the specified cost. Kung gusto mong magstay sa budget, kailangan mong magstay din sa schedule kailangan mong magstay din sa schedule. To keep the project on time naman, it is important to have a detailed project plan to work from. Yung detailed project plan na yon will enable the construction managers to quickly diagnose the potential challenges and solve problems before they become costly delays. Lastly, the last category is about the communication process. Clear and timely communication as well as the type of information shared is vital to the success of a project. 28th question. Do all team members have a good understanding of their role and duties during the project? Successful projects are usually the result of careful planning and collaboration of projects team members. Projects can't move forward without each of its key team members. Uh, these members are those who actively work on one or more phases of the project. They may be staff or consultants, architects, engineers, such like that, working on the project on a full-time or part-time basis. Team member roles can vary according to each project. 29 is real-time communication with the other project stakeholders possible. Yung stakeholders are typically the members of a project team, project man, project managers, executives, project sponsors, customers, and users. Sila yung tinatawag na stakeholders. Ah, sila rin yung people who are invested in the project and who will be affected dun sa ginagawa mong project at any point along the way. And their input can directly impact the outcome of the project. It is a good idea to practice good stakeholder management and constantly communicate with them in order to collaborate on the project. Our progress meetings held on a periodic basis. Are the meetings minutes are the meeting minutes accessible to the whole team? Uh, Meetings should be regular and scheduled earlier, possibly on a week or a monthly basis, depending on the parties involved. They are used as yung meetings na yon are used as means of reporting progress, enabling discussion of any problems or issues, and allowing the proposal of solutions. They provide a good opportunity for two-way discussions of any issues that have arisen on or that are anticipated. 32. Uh, Is there a well-established and coherent hierarchy through the whole construction process? Are progress reports generated and distributed regularly? Uh, Progress reports are prepared regularly, often monthly by the contract administrator during the construction phase and issued to the client. They will generally be a uh, they will be a summary of the reports received and discussions held at the construction progress meetings. Yung construction progress na 'to, ini-include nito yung summary of progress made in each key area of the project, yung explanation of cost ng mga delays, assessment of any quality issues, any health and safety issues, assessment din siya ng any other issues that need to be addressed and proposal for addressing them. Kasama rin dito yung reports about off-site fabrication and off-site payments. Kasama rin yung mga any instructions required from the client. 34. Has the project team found and implemented an efficient yet easy to use scheduling tool? Construction managers can use a range of tools and techniques to develop, monitor, and control project schedules. 35. Is there good collaboration with the local authorities? Example nito is yung project is progressing according to the local regulations. To protect public safety and welfare, various government agencies issue regulations which influence the construction process. The operation of the operation of constructed facilities and their ultimate disposal. For example, building codes promulgated by local authorities have provided guidelines for design and construction practices for a very long time. Uh, those are the 35 questions that can turn uh, construction management process into a success. It is best to get a construction manager involved during a construction process as they can help in a lot of things like in the upfront lease negotiation process, coming out with the test test fits and budget, and helping how much what you want to build is going to cost. Uh, they can do a lot in terms of providing pricing and test fits and plans. Kaya we should hire some construction manager pag may construction project na nangyayari.
Thank you so much for listening. That is the end of our report.